Dragon Ball Daima finally did the thing we were all waiting for. For a few months now, there have been whispers on what exactly Vegeta's new form might be that we've never seen him use before, and these initial rumors started with guys like Geekdom, Hype, and Chronicles over on Twitter, but now they're no longer rumors. In the final episode of Dragon Ball Daima in 2024, episode 12 titled True Strength, Vegeta's battle against the Tamagami that began prior has the two looking almost evenly matched in the Demon Realm. The Z Fighters being turned into children really showing its effects here. The battle eventually makes its way underwater where Vegeta would find himself struggling just a bit more, not necessarily being as used to fighting underwater. As he begins sinking further and further, descending to the ocean's floor, Vegeta finally unleashes a power that we've never seen before from him. His hair extends, and his eyebrows become pure muscle, but is this really what we think it is? That question is just what we plan on answering in this video, so stay tuned. If you guys have been enjoying the Dragon Ball content recently from Daima, Fan Manga, and Sparking Zero, consider leaving a like on the video and subscribing to the channel for even more in 2025. Happy holidays, fellas. Hope you all are able to spend time with your loved ones and had a Merry Christmas. But without further ado, let's hop right into Dragon Ball Daima episode 12. In the previous episode of Dragon Ball Daima, building up to this unbelievable display by Vegeta and the Tamagami, a new Majin would again be created in the form of Majin Du, in the same manner that Majin Ku was episodes prior. Majin Du would appear quite a bit more rotund, I guess, than Majin Ku, who is a lot more slender in build, as he and Vegeta challenged Tamagamis number 1 and 2 respectively. Majin Du actually seems to be having just a little bit more luck throughout his battle, as we know it's somewhat difficult to keep up with the strange way that Majins fight, while Vegeta's battle is getting taken underwater, where he's actually swallowed up by a Kraken. Unfortunately, because of his reluctance for whatever reason to fully transform immediately and take this fight with the Tamagami serious from the start, it seemed like Vegeta was about to take an L against the Tamagami, but as we see in episode 12, with what Vegeta had up his sleeve, this couldn't have been more wrong. Once inside the Kraken, Vegeta's power erupts as he transforms into a Super Saiyan 2, and then we get this really cool flying sequence across the top of the water with him evading all of Tamagami 2's attacks. Even as a Super Saiyan 2 though, Vegeta looks almost evenly matched with the Tamagami, as Goku notices that this is just the warm-up that Vegeta needed. Meanwhile, Majin Du seems to be almost toying with Tamagami number 1, fighting in one of the most goofy ways that we've ever seen since Majin Buu, before eventually stopping, demanding that he wants chocolate and crying like a baby when he doesn't get his way. Ku goes off to find it for him, as Rinsu is left to watch Majin Du kinda get thrown around in the meantime. Back at Tamagami number 2, even Neva is impressed by Vegeta's fortitude, so he decides to kinda give the Tamagami a little boost, it seems like. Now, back underwater again, the Tamagami seems to have surpassed Vegeta now, thanks to Neva cheating, if we're being completely honest. This was a pretty good time for the fusion bugs to maybe make an appearance in my opinion, since Neva wanted to help out the Tamagami, but I guess we still gotta wait a couple more episodes, a little bit longer, for anything to happen with those. When Ku shows back up with the chocolate, Majin Du is like a completely different fighter now, getting serious, evading and deflecting all of the Tamagami's attacks. He really was out here looking like Buu Jr. in this fight with the way he was maneuvering around the battlefield, and eventually the Tamagami gives up. But they don't get the Dragon Ball just yet. Tamagami 1 tells them that they have one final challenge to overcome before obtaining the Dragon Ball. This is when they're taken to this pillar that reveals 5 different numbers, and Majin Du must add all the numbers together and come up with the correct answer in order to win the challenge and the Dragon Ball. Rinsu of course thinks this is cheating, but Ku, looking to be the more intelligent variant of the Majins, gets the answer right and communicates it to Majin Du, who recites it and obtains the Dragon Ball for Rinsu. Even though Rinsu, I guess, may not have seen what Majin Ku did, I gotta give him a huge shout out. And speaking of the fusion bugs, maybe it might be more productive to merge the Majins together instead of Goku and Vegeta, who knows? Back at the battle between Vegeta and Tamagami 2, Vegeta gets caught and blasted at point blank range, sending him back to his base form and knocking him out cold. However, at this point, it's clear Vegeta has had enough. He bursts out of the water and begins powering up, even to the shock of the Tamagami. Vegeta transforms into what appears to be a Super Saiyan 3, but the power-up he obtained from this transformation cannot be understated. I feel like we learned a whole lot watching Vegeta fight in this new form. Vegeta is obviously the reason that Vegeto fights with his arms crossed, because he was absolutely showing off in this episode. The way he split the ocean, deflected the Tamagami's attacks with a single finger, and rarely uncrossed his arms was overly impressive. Vegeta looked like a fusion himself in this battle. It's been a while since he's fought and looked this cool and got the win. This episode is also the first time, if I remember correctly, that Goku introduces the Medibugs from the third demon world to Vegeta, so maybe sometime in the near future, he'll also be introducing the Merge Bugs to him as well. Goma and Degusu up in the tower are frantic after watching not only the battle with Majin Buu, but Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta as well. The kick he delivered that split the ocean, the Gallic gun, and fighting with his arms crossed like this and using his feet. Yo, I'm actually super excited to see this character in Dokkan, Legends, and Sparking Zero. I cannot wait for Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta in Sparking Zero. In my opinion, this might have been the best episode of Daima yet, and it was thanks to Vegeta. Unfortunately, however, after peak Daima like that, the show will be going on break next week, and the next episode premieres on January 10th, 2025. Down below in the comments, fellas, I gotta know how you guys feel about Vegeta's new never-before-seen transformation being Super Saiyan 3. I feel like this was a long time coming, man, and yeah, we did kind of get spoiled on this prior, but it was really no guarantee until the episode premiered and we saw it ourselves. Next, Goku, Vegeta, and the rest of the gang are gonna be headed to Demon World 1, where Goma and Degusu await them in the castle. It's been a short 12 episodes, it feels like, but now that Goma knows exactly what he's up against, it's gonna be exciting to see how his plan is gonna either come together or fall apart at the very last minute, especially since Arinsu and the Majins are already outside the castle. Her plan had been kept secret from them for all of this time, but now she's already there, and the pressure is all on Goma. Down below in the comments, I want to know not only what you guys thought of Vegeta, who got done absolute peak justice this episode in every aspect really, even down to getting that final challenge question right at the very last second, but also who do you guys think will end up using the merge or fusion bugs in the next couple of episodes, and why? Will it be Goku and Vegeta? Will it be Majin Buu and Majin Ku, who kind of have my vote really? I think that would be pretty cool. Or will it be somebody we're not even considering yet, like Piccolo and somebody else, or even more than two people, which is completely possible now with this new way of fusion. Daima is getting really hype, man, and I cannot wait to rewatch everything when the dub finally drops next year. Hopefully on the rewatch, we'll be able to notice things that we may have missed on the first watch through, or maybe things get worded slightly differently. Neither Goku nor Vegeta really mention specifics about what exactly Vegeta did here, so maybe in the dub we can at least get more comments besides Bulma saying Vegeta's really been training hard. This has been raising questions around social media though about whether or not Daima is truly canon and exactly where this places it in relation to Dragon Ball Super, because for Daima to allegedly take place before Dragon Ball Super and Vegeta being able to obtain Super Saiyan 3 at this point, well, why didn't he use this against Beerus when he showed up to Bulma's party? Of course, this would have made absolutely no difference whatsoever, but this is one of the main questions I keep seeing online, even in the comments under the episode itself. That's not a question I myself can answer though, of course, because I'm not the author, and I'm not just gonna make up some BS just to get a theory out there that everybody runs with, so I'll just assume that at the time, all those years ago, maybe Toriyama just didn't want to give Vegeta this form or confirm that he could even use it. Episode 12 of Dragon Ball Daima was a masterpiece. If you've been waiting for the heavy action, and if you're a Vegeta fan, you definitely tuned in, but there is still so much more to do in this series. So stay tuned and make sure you're back here ready for more action on January 10th when the show returns from their 1-week break. Rest in peace, and thank you once again to Akira Toriyama. I didn't know exactly what to expect with Daima, but with episodes like this coming out, and honestly the plot is a lot better than I would have expected also, I'm truly pleased with the direction and the pace that this show is going. Have a great day guys, Happy New Year's, and I will see you all in the next one. Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta has finally officially been born, and I could not be happier. Peace, guys.